you for visiting africanessence.wordpress.com. I am Shyla Iris, and the theme of this blog is healing rituals and mantras. Healing. I have a weird healing. At the end of last year, 2016, I realized that I was really suffering from some things that happened to me in my past, dating back to childhood. And for some reason, I hadn't ever gotten over those things, and they started to affect me spiritually, financially, my health, everything. And then I realized, socially, and then I realized it's time to move on from these things. So I transformed my blog into a space where I would share stories and do research on rituals that actually are helping me to overcome some of the habits and other things that have affected my life and made me into such an angry person. I'm not so angry now, but I have been a very, very angry person, and I just want to be somebody different now. So, with that in mind, please keep visiting my blog. I handle issues, or I do research, or I discover the world through an African perspective, and that's me. Because, I worked around people of African descent for a long time, and I realized that our struggle over here in this country is different. I didn't realize that. I knew that, but mentally, our struggle over here is something that we can't escape, and we suffer from some mental illnesses. And I'm all about us healing so that we can become better people, more careful people, more loving people to ourselves, more accepting of ourselves. I mean, everything in this country is almost against us, and so I would like to do some research and help us to see that we need, because you can't really tell somebody that they have habits or anything. People have to actually come into this understanding on their own, but they do that through storytelling and things that they experience every day. But I want us to know, and to all of us to get to the point to know that we need healing, and we can't keep on indulging in the world around us and not acknowledge the fact that most of us need healing. So that's what this video is about: transformation through affirmations. I didn't know much about affirmations until maybe 2011. You see the lightning back there? It's thunderstorming out. I love thunderstorms. um until about 2011, when I joined. I'm an artist, I'm a poet, until I joined a group called the Griot Project. And the Griot Project, we all focused a lot on Adinkra symbols, which is a language that the Akan people from West Africa used to communicate proverbial wisdom with one another. So each of us in the group chose a symbol that best represented us, or chose the symbol that best represented us. I actually didn't even choose my own. The ladies in the group chose this for me, and then I just kind of embraced it. Or we chose symbols that we wanted to invoke. So I had chose the Duafi at the time, and I'm going to share some of my art with you, because I'm an artist, and all of my art is from an African diasporic perspective. Yes, that's my word. And I paint a lot of Adinkra symbols. Again, they're affirmations, and I look at them daily because they actually really do help. And sometimes I even write them. I have like a journal where I write the meanings of them down, because I suffer from some memory loss, and most things stay in my short-term memory. Trauma stays in my long-term memory, and that's just because of some things that happened to me. So I find myself having to train my short-term memory a little more, and so I have to write down a lot of things to remember them. Um, the Adinkra symbols, I'll show you what they look like, but first I'll show you this dictionary that I bought. The Adinkra dictionary. I got it from a bookstore here where I am. It's called Zawadi Books. It ran me about $25. I think this dictionary can get quite expensive if you try to get it online. For a long time, I couldn't find it anywhere, and I think they just started, reprinting copies of it. I'm not sure, but it typically runs about $25 or more. I find it to be very valuable if you're trying to learn Adinkra symbols. Um, I just came from New Orleans and I actually sold a lot of these at a conference that I went to. But I'll just share a few of my symbols with you in some of the meetings. And again, this is about transforming through affirmations. And I use African Adinkra symbols to affirm my existence. So this one there, that's a beautiful one. And sometimes I kind of write the meanings over here. This one is the talons of the eagle. It represents strength, bravery, and power. I find it to be more of a masculine symbol, but I mean, anyone can use it. The eagle is the mightiest bird in the sky, and its strength is concentrated in its talons. So that's what this represents. It's supposed to look like the talon of an eagle. It's called Okidi Marweri. I'm not, as you can see, I don't speak Swahili, but I like to practice. So, Okidi Marweri. And that means strength, bravery, and power. These sell for $10 a piece, or you can get a 12 set for a set of 12 for $100. You can visit my blog, hit me up, and I will make you some of these. They typically sell to teachers or people who teach Swahili classes. They tend to love these, or you can just hang them in your child's room. Around the house, you can use them yourself. I like this one a lot. Again, the title might go up there, or you can flip it over. However you want to do it, but it's called Nsa. Nsa.